Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2015 Motorsport.com Race Factory Gaming National Championship and MX Simulator Official Series. Live here on Start Your Systems TV. My name is Kellen Brower for Start Your Systems on YouTube, bringing you coverage of tonight's 450 Hangtown MX Simulator National. Right now on the track we have the 450 Consolation Race. These guys are going 4 laps, top 4 to the main show, as I said earlier in the 250 racing. So just want to give a quick check in chat that the stream is up. You guys can hear me, you guys can see what's going on. Make sure everything is good before we get going tonight in the 450 class. Alright, cool. Thanks, guys. Let me know it's all good in chat. Just kind of trying to save my voice a little bit, so that's why I'm not talking a ton. But anyway, top 4 right now: Drew Swenson, Jay Andrew, Ryan Spangler, and Brian Haskell. Haskell looks like he's got your race organizer, Michael Wheeler, all over the back of him. Oh, and he slides out. So again, I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight on the live stream. If you're watching it back on YouTube and you want to see the start of the 450 Moto 1, I would skip ahead maybe 5 minutes. Nope, Spangler was down, so he is going to lose that final transfer spot. Of course, on your screen right now, the 450 Consolation Race. Top 4 transfer to the main motos, which will come up, like I said, about 5, maybe 6 minutes from now. Whoa, hello. Drew Swenson going down, so I'm going to give Jay Andrew the lead. Whoa. William St. Laurent comes flying in. Michael Wheeler has Evan Delez Dernier trying to pass him. And does so that's the final transfer spot right there, I believe. Oh, Jay just made some sweet love to a SpongeBob at the top of the hill up here. Smitty4131, I would turn my game volume up, but it's already pretty loud. It's on 4 and I have my volume at 100% on my system. Honestly, I don't like listening to very loud things, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it at this volume. But I'll try to figure out a solution in the future so that I'm not listening to the same thing you guys are. So 450 Consolation, 2 more laps to go. Jay, Drew Swenson, William St. Laurent, and Evan Delez Dernier all in transfer spots. Oh, Delez Dernier almost went down. And Wheels trying to fight his way in at the moment. Oh, and then a bunch of guys went down, including Delez Dernier, Andrew Swenson. So reset, we've got Jay St. Laurent, Wheels, and Delez Dernier in the top 4 spots. 2-time Supercross champion Brian Haskell just on the outside looking in. Haskell not known for being an outdoor specialist. I could do that where it runs through my computer speakers, but I do still like to kind of hear it. I know that's weird to say, like, oh, I don't want it that loud, but I'd like to hear it. I don't know if I'm just talking in a completely quiet room. I feel very, I don't know what the right word is, but it feels strange, I guess. Also, to answer your question, Alex Efforts, I think these guys just look slower than the 250 Constellation because there's less guys out there. There's only 12 versus there's 35 in the 250 Consi, so the depth of field in the 250 class, the talent, pretty good throughout. The 450 class, of course, these are guys that have pro license only. You can only race 450 class if you have a pro license. Usually, you obtain a pro license either by being a racer from the past that's done very well, or you know, just requesting it and being a really fast dude. You also have to meet some sort of standard criteria of not being kind of an idiot. If you're protested regularly, you're not gonna have a pro license. So they don't like guys that are always getting protested racing the 450 class. It's the premier class. It's the guys that are the fastest. When these guys get going in this 450 Moto 1 here in a little bit, you'll see just what I mean by premier. So we're on the final lap. William St. Laurent of this Mad Cape team that I've never heard of before, but apparently is the new hip thing, leading the consolation race here. Oh, Haskell just blew it. Was in a transfer spot, now is not. So Jay's back in, Deleuze Dernier is in, and Adam Holm is in. But Wheels is trying to make a statement about that one. Whoa, Wheels just, I don't know what happened there. It looks like he may have hit the pole, but he's stuck in the valley now. He took somebody else with him. Not sure who. Haskell snuck by. So Haskell's the closest competitor to get Holm here on the 69 machine. But of course, if either of these two guys maybe go down, that could change the complexion of this all around. Nice to see that Dio joined the chat room. Always good to see Dio around. Like many of you, I'm sure, one of my favorite YouTube channels to watch. Dio's a really cool dude, so glad to have him here join us on the stream. St. Laurent does a little 360 pirouette. And he is continuing to lead those, so no change in the top four. Holm actually trying to chase down Jay. Looks like St. Laurent's going to grab the win here. Just tiptoeing to the finish and goes down anyway, so Deleuze Dernier is going to get by for the win. So Deleuze Dernier is through. St. Laurent in second, Jay third, Adam Holm in fourth. That should be the guys that go through, barring any extreme amounts of cuts. Your boy Thai Moto Boy, a shout out. I don't know if I said that right, but shout out to Thai Moto Boy. All right. I didn't see. Oh, here's Nate. Nate, you're not running our team skins, bro. That's all right. Nate likes his two-stroke, so I don't mind if he rides a two-stroke. Shout out to Hoffman. Hoffman lives about 15 minutes from my house. So now is the time that we decide who's going to be the next champion in this 450 class, because your reigning champion, Alexis Leclerc, not here. And I don't believe he will be here for anytime soon. Leclerc, from my understanding, just recently joined the French army, so we may not see Leclerc back for a while. Might change, not 100% sure, don't hold me to it. All right, so we're just waiting. Wheels has already crossed the line, so all right, here we go. Looks like the 450 motocross one is in there. Jay, this freaking guy. All right, cuts are in, and yeah, nothing affected. Ended up a little closer between Haskell and St. Laurent. St. Laurent dropped 3 spots, or 2 spots. Jay and Adam Holm both got by. But still the same 4 going through. So we are just about set to go. This is going to be actually a parade lap, and my game, like the 250 race, might have a little bit of a brain freeze. All right, here we go. Parade lap time, 450 Moto 1. I'm excited. You guys should be too. I'm just looking at the TeamSpeak server next to me, looking at all the different people hanging out. We have got Squiddy, Byron, Matt James, Kyle Robb, Jesse Mullins, Jordan Vanderlee, and Scott Simmons all in the same chat. I believe that is your race, or your motorsport.com team now. It's quite a different mix of people. So yeah, as I said, my game is just having a good old time download, or not downloading, but trying to load with all these different bikes. As you can see, we're just casually loading bikes. So any good old day now, we should be loaded in. And yeah, I'm gonna have to, or no, maybe we aren't. No, I'm gonna have to disconnect, reconnect. All right, get that out of the way. Hopefully that will fix it all. All right, now this is the, these are the fast guys. 2013 outdoor champion, 2012 outdoor champion, Tyson Fresquez. Cohort here at Starter Systems, Jeremy Hinters, riding for our new team out there. Tyler Crane, runner-up 2 times, 2012 and 2013, in the Race Factory Gaming Outdoor Championship. Matt James, Race Carlin, always very quick. O'Hagan, August Sanders, Ryan Mahan, always very quick. Strelo, Josh Betts is in here. Adam Holmes, straight out of the Consi. Hunter Root, gotta watch. Spencer Turley, Andrew Wood, Stephen Barrington, Jack Fowler, Brandon Berg, Jacob LaRoche, Robert Wilson, Jeremy Shipley. He was your fastest qualifier. Jack Roberts in the mix with Devin Davis here. So this is all just a parade lap. But right here on your screen, the 39, Jeremy Shipley, your fastest qualifier. So be on the lookout for him. This should be a very exciting race. I'm excited for it. Excited to see how Hinters does. Hinters hasn't raced a 450 since 2012. It's on that new SYS KTM. So he wins the warm-up lap. Tyler Crane, Fresquez, gonna be a good one. We've got 40 riders set to go. Of course, any of you watching the stream right now, You want to see playbacks later, you can check us out on YouTube. Start your systems on YouTube. I'm sure most people watching, though, will be watching this on YouTube. So, hello, everybody in the future. How is the future? Let us know. Oh, the anticipation is killing me. Oh my goodness. Oh, the people that are in this race. Man, somebody just went flying. But there are so many fast dudes in this race. I can't even comprehend. Alright, any second now we should be getting a restart. Sorry, I'm jumping around here. Just trying to figure out who all is in this race. Cody Penwell. Alright, so we have a 40-man gate. Da 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 da. Oh, Hinner's getting a little lofty. Tyson looks like he's running just a cue ball helmet with no visor. Very funny looking. Alright, let's see what's going on in chat. Are we about set to go? Just waiting. Just seeing if Wheels said anything. It doesn't look like Wheels has said anything, so we should get the cue to go here in just a sec. Oh, this is just killing. This is awesome. Just sitting here, just waiting. Not really sure what the holdup is. I'm not seeing anybody complaining other than one person complaining about lag. Nothing like getting the season started off with some delays. Wouldn't be a Race Factory Gaming event without it. Alright, here we go. There's the official list. There's the official restart. We're set to go, folks. 30 minutes plus 2 laps, 40 riders, 40 of the best riders in MX Simulator on a 450 are on the gate right now. I thank you for joining us here tonight. I hope you have a great time watching this live stream. We've got 2 motos set to go. I'm going to keep an eye here on Hunter Root on the inside. I know there's a whole other side of the gate on the outside, but it is time to go racing. Let the 450 Nationals commence. It is round number 1, moto number 1 at Hangtown. Root and Fresquez drag racing to turn 1. Fresquez gets the whole shot on the way out. Stanley was right there. He clips the rear of him, so Fresquez leads away from Casey Ohlert on that turn bar racing ride. Mullins up there on TBR as well. He is running in the 3rd spot. August Sanders sits 4th, and we got Hinners, Awood, Mahan, Vanderlee, T. Crane, Race Carlin right here in the mix. But it's the 2012 champ, Fresquez, leading the way. 2013 champ Zach Dupuis, not here, does not race anymore. Alexis Leclerc, 2014 champ, also not here. So the last person to win a 450 Premier Class Outdoor Championship is right here on your screen, leading the race. Premier Class Championship won in 2011 was Austin Jones. Don't believe he showed up tonight either. Fresquez leads from Mullins, so Mullins gets into the second spot. Oh, Fresquez just blew the lead all by himself. He got caught up on a rut, and then he gets taken down by Ohlert, who snuck by the inside. So all these guys trying to get by. Vanderlee and T-Crane clip as A-Wood goes around the outside. So Mullins is now your race leader. Mullins took a little bit of time off at the end of the Supercross campaign. Did end up racing Vegas, I'm pretty sure, but was right in the thick of the championship hunt and decided to step away. Now is back, looks really comfortable. Leading here early, his teammate Casey Ohlert runs in the second spot. August Sanders runs in third, and Jeremy Hinters is fourth. So all KTM top four right now. Then Fresquez, the first non-KTM on a Cowie, runs in the 5 spot. A-Wood right behind him as well. Don't have Tagger Designs the skins just yet. Oh, August just went down, so all these guys moved up a spot. Hinters now runs in the 3rd spot. Meanwhile, Jesse Mullins leads lap 1 here at Hangtown, with Ohlert running second. So Ohlert, not known for being a Nationals guy, was a Supercross pretty much only guy 2 years ago when he was really good at Supercross, running strong in second. Now we got Hinters versus Fresquez. That's the battle on your screen right now. These guys were teammates in Supercross. Hinters rode for Team Barry. Decided to split off with me, so we're going to start our own little team here. Just easier. Split lines. Fresquez elects not to chop across like others have been doing. So Hinters does not go down as he probably would have had Fresquez did so, and holds on to the 3rd spot. So now these guys are actually reeling in Ohlert just a bit. Mullins getting away. Pretty much ideal situation here for Mullins, leading the race with a teammate in second to buffer for a little bit as the fast guys are trying to come forward. Oh, Ohlert out of shape is going to lose the spot. Oh my goodness, how did he not get into the back of Hinters there? Now we're going up over the Race Tech Sky Shot here into the back. Inside line for Fresquez might work, and it does, even though I just totally missed it. So Hinters and Fresquez both shuffle Casey Ohlert back into the 4 spot. Oh, Ohlert, good line, but not going to be able to make the pass. Fresquez gets the power down, maintains that 3rd spot. A-Wood running a solid top 5 right now. His 4 guys all locked together. T-Crane not too far back, trying to keep things close. Then O'Hagan, another one of Jay's Factory Red Bull KTM minions, with Vanderlee and Hunter Root. So Hunter Root, 2015 Supercross champion, right here in the mix. Mahan also right there as well. So Splitfire rode those KTMs indoor, decided to switch back to the Cowies. Everybody looking pretty good so far. Pumped I have almost everybody's skins. Don't have A-Wood's. Oh, Fresquez loses his front end. He does not lose a spot to A-Wood now. He's running 4th. T-Crane in the 5 spot. New recruit for August Sanders. T-Crane, formerly of the System Decal team. A lot of the System Decal team disbanded and is now racing for Jay's Factory KTM team. And T-Crane went to August of the Adept Graphics team. Said, sign me up. now riding for their team, running in the top 5 here early. We'll take a look back. Vandalay has O'Hagan, Root, and Mahan all together. Then Ohlert, who slipped back. Then Carlin, Stanley, the 2-2 Motorsports ride. Devin Davis, DX3. Then here's Jay with Robert Wilson and Jacob LaRoche right behind him. Spencer Turley has Evan Delesdernier, William St. Laurent, Owen Hillman, Reed Young, Clay Alfrey, and Daniel Mills and Jesse Calloway all in the mix. Jack Fowler with Jack Roberts and August Sanders back here. And Michael Gonzalez just heading up the hill. Strelo. O'Hagan must have missed timing gates or something. Listed 32nd. Nobody's saying anything about it. But he's losing tons and tons of spots, so not sure what happened there. I still have not seen, maybe I won't, here he is, fastest qualifier Jeremy Shipley, who is way down in about 30th right now. Not what Shipley expected, I can assure you that. So let's go back up front and see what's going down. Still Mullins leading as looks like maybe 15 seconds, no, maybe 10 seconds on Hinners, who's now going to turn and come up the hill. Very solid ride for Hinners here early. Fresquez in the 3rd spot. Crane now in the 4th spot, so Awood dropping out the anchor. O'Hagan has since fixed whatever issue that was going on with the lag or whatever. Top 5. Yeah, I don't know where Awood just went. All the way back to 11th. Awood was running 5th. Oh, Mahan flirting with the edge of the track there. He's in that 6th spot. Jordan Vandalay bringing up behind him, and then Race Carlin side by side with Hunter Root, the number 12 and number 11 machines. Hunter Root's going to get the spot. And here's Awood back here now, so a little synopsis of the top 10 as Mullins continues to lead. Really good ride for Mullins here early. Was a factor in last year's outdoor championship, finished 2nd. If I'm not entirely mistaken, to Alexis Leclerc. Ran with Leclerc as best as he could for most of the season. Leclerc able to stretch it out near the end and win the title. I would actually be very interested to see Leclerc out here this year, see how he'd stack up. It seems like everybody's really stepped up their game. Leclerc obviously did not win the Supercross championship, but at no point did he lead it. So Leclerc wasn't necessarily on his game in Supercross, and we have not seen him since. Oh, looks like Hinners has lost the 2nd spot. Fresquez gets through, but then clips a tough block. Here comes Crane to the inside. Might get both of them. Oh, a little 3-way dice here for 2nd. Crane in a little sandwich. So Fresquez and Crane running 2nd and 3rd. Very familiar to see them running together. They did so quite a lot in 2012 and 2013. Hinners is actually not done with Crane just yet. Good little fight between these two. Let's go back and see Mahan versus O'Hagan. So Mahan just got the move done to get himself into the top 5. Good ride for O'Hagan though. The best of the factory Red Bull KTM riders. Would have expected to see maybe Shipley up in this spot, but no, O'Hagan putting in a very solid ride. Hunter Root kind of would have expected to see him a little bit further up. Carlin right behind him, then Awood and Vandalay. Devin Davis, DX3, running 12th. Stanley in the 13th spot. 2-2 Motorsports team. Ohlert from 2nd early, running 14th. Alfrey, new split fire edition. Was he I think he's wearing a chest protector. Wonder what gear he's wearing. Looks like Fox, maybe. Robert Wilson. Reed Young. Jesse Calloway. Jack Roberts. August Sanders. Jeremy Shipley. Just creeping up to the top 20 now. I believe this is 21st spot on your screen. So Shipley's still trying to work his way forward. Mullins has got a big old lead. Fresquez has gotten a little bit away from Crane. Mahan has moved to 4th as Hinders has had some problems. So O'Hagan now in 5th. Carlin and Hinders right by him now, and Carlin gets into the 5 spot. Hinders all sorts of out of shape at the bottom of the hill. Going to get a good drive though, get the move done on O'Hagan. That is for 6th. Awood up the inside trying to get 7th on O'Hagan. O'Hagan sliding backwards here a bit. See all these guys jumping in out of that inside rut to the next one. And there's Hunter Root right behind Vandalay, so good little fight here. Nice train. Awood blows it over the berm. Lands next to a stagnant Cody Penwell just sitting off the side of the track. Vandalay takes a little off-track excursion. Loses a spot to Root, so Root gained 2 spots in that process. Hinders and Carlin still locked together. Bummed I don't have Carlin stuff. He said he's racing or riding the old motorsport.com stuff. Not sure what's with the former Motorsport team and now part of the Turn Bar team, running all sorts of different number and gear and bike combinations and stuff like that. Downen was running 323 instead of number 2. And Jeremy Smith was running number 4 but had a number 309 bike. Now Carlin's running probably his number 112 motorsport.com ride from last year, or his 113. Now is number 12. Has Jeremy Hinders right behind him. Tyler Crane has been passed by Ryan Mahan, so Mahan into 3rd. Fresquez and Mullins not going to be caught at this point. Fresquez all the way back in turn 1, probably about 6 or 7 corners behind Jesse Mullins. So really a strong ride, strong first ride of the TBR era for Jesse Mullins. You know, Turn Bar Racing has been kind of around on off here and there. But this is the first iteration I can remember where there's actually a legit full-blown team post, everything for these guys. So Mullins continues on here. Goodness gracious. Can't believe how fast I lose my voice doing these streams. Guess I don't have a very natural live stream voice. Fresquez 2nd. Oh, Tyler Crane's not done yet with Mahan. These guys still duking it out. Crane got a little better drive out of that corner. Tough to see who's gaining where. Let's go on board with Crane, actually. See how he does here. He's going to that inside line, shoots him to the outside here, and then he cuts back under. So that was actually really quick. Made that work nice. See, outside here, and oh, onto the back of him. That was kind of a dodgy move to attempt. So he loses a spot to Carlin. And now Hunter Root just got by Jeremy Hinders. So Root trying to work his way forward is now into the 6th spot. Crane got going in the 5th place. So the top 5 or so are fairly spread out. Crane probably the closest, and then Hunter Root right here in 6th. It looks like Hinters, we've lost Hinters again. So Vandally's now 7th. Hinters has dropped back to 8th. Then A Wood in 9th, so good recovery for Wood, who's had a few fall-offs. Davis inside of the top 10, the DX3 rider. Clay Alfrey runs in the 11th spot. O'Hagan slipped back to 12th. Stanley still in 13th. And Ohlert now 14th after that early lead and second place run of his. Reed Young 14th. Robert Wilson 15th. Shipley really putting on a charge here. Is all the way up to 16th. So Shipley was way down at about 30th maybe 10 minutes ago. We've just passed halfway and he is in 16th, knocking on the door for a top 15 right here to the inside of Wilson. Just avoids the hay bales and makes a nice move. Let's go back up front. Mullen still leads over Fresquez, and now Mahan has an earful of Race Carlin, who's on a charge right now. Let's go on board with Carlin. You can see how he shifts down to the gears to get the bike to set in those braking bumps. The inside here, and then you hop over, inside again, drop down, couple braking bumps, middle rut here, fastest to get up the hill, really drive up that hill, do the step up. Then these guys are all tunneling to the inside here, get that inside rut, drop down the hill, got some bumps, kind of triple this, outside bumps, rail around the outside, little roller, and then a double, and you try to pop over this, and then if you can, triple, and then kind of roll up the rest. Middle rut here. Inside's pretty fast if you can get there, but it's tough. Carlin showing you why he is one of the better riders on the circuit right now. Making it look too damn easy, that's for sure. Mahan for now, able to get away from him a little bit. Pretty much no catching Mullins. Fresquez doing the best he can to manage second. And Root has charged up to a top 5 spot now, so could have a battle on our hand here very quickly for 4th or 3rd if Root continues to charge like he's done. Trying to get through some lappers. One of these is Adam Holm. Couldn't quite see the number on the other, maybe the 215. Spencer Turtley gets out of the way. So Root now lost some touch with Mahan, but did get around Carlin, who went down or slid out or something, not sure what. Then Vandalay comes through in 6th. Hinner still holds down 7th. T-Crane is 8th. Alfrey 9th. Davis working his way forward, trying to get to Alfrey in 9th. He is running in the 10th spot, though. So battle-wise, looks like this 3rd through 5th battle on our screen, probably the best one to keep an eye out on in terms of where Hunter Root might end up. Let's take a look at Davis, try to roll up to Alfrey here. Davis has been on a good charge here. Last few laps to get inside of the top 10. Now he's knocking at the door on Clay Alfrey. This would be for the 9th spot. See Alfrey here on the 29, Davis on the 24 behind him. We got riders down off the track there. One of those looked like it might have been Tyler Crane. It was. Yeah, so Crane drops back to the 10 spot. Davis is now 9th, Alfrey in 8th. So Hinner's still in 7th, trying to hold on to the back of Jordan Vanderlee here, a new sweeper. Vanderlee can see Carlin, who's duking it out with Mahan. So Mahan has lost a spot to Root, which means that Root's now in the 3rd spot, and the top 3 are about as spread out as you can get. Mullins has 27 seconds, and then there's another 17 back to Hunter here. So Mahan trying to regroup, must have either gone down or had a tip over or slide out or some sort to lose the spot to Root. He's now 5 seconds back. And some riders down in the corner here. Looks like Carlin had a tough time getting into the ruts. Vanderlee has Hinners all over the back of him, so here we got a battle for 6th on our hands. Oh, more riders down. Jay, that was who was down again. Hinner's taking some alternate lines, trying to avoid the lappers who continue to crash in the main lines. Vanderlee just trying to hang on right now. Not close enough to get to Carlin just yet, maybe about 4 seconds behind him. And Hinner's little mistake back there has now lost some touch. So still top 10 wise, not a lot of battling. How about this though? Shipley, comeback ride of the Moto, is in 11th, and he's about 6 or so seconds behind Tyler Crane in the 10th spot. So could still end up with the top 10 here. We got 7 minutes plus 2 laps to go. Shipley was absolutely buried and has put on a great charge here to get to 11th. Looks like Alfrey just tipped over and gave the spot to Devin Davis. So Davis now running in the 8th spot. He's 8 seconds back of this man right here, Jeremy Hinners, who's still in 7th. Then Vanderlee is in 6th. Race Carlin still has Ryan Mahan in his sights, Hunter Root, Fresquez, Mullins. So let's give you guys a quick 1 through 20 rundown as they are right now on lap number 12 with just about 6 minutes right now, 6 minutes plus 2 laps to go. We've got Turn Bar Racing, Jesse Mullins, your race leader right now. Tyson Fresquez of the Berry Fly Racing team is in 2nd. Hunter Root, also of the Berry Fly Racing team, runs in 3rd. Ryan Mahan, Split Fire team, runs in the 4th spot. Then Race Carlin of motorsport.com is in 5th. Behind him, Vanderlee, also motorsport.com rider. He runs in the 6th spot. Jeremy Hinners, Start Your Systems rider, is in 7th. Clay Alfrey comes through. He is also a Split Fire rider. He runs in the 8th spot. Devin Davis, DX3 KTM, he's in 9th. Tyler Crane, Adept Graphics KTM, is in 10th. Jeremy Shipley coming all the way back here on that Factory Red Bull KTM. He is in 11th spot. Andrew Wood has lost his early form. He slipped back to 12th. The Tiger Designs rider, number 27, runs in P number 12. Stanley seems to be locked in 13th, has not moved from that spot since we last checked on him. 22 Motorsports Brady Stanley. Casey Ohlert, the Turn Bar Racing ride, was 2nd early on, but now slipped back to 14th. Still good point scoring day for Casey. And 15th spot, Andrew O'Hagan, also of the Factory Red Bull KTM team. 16th, Monty Wilson, Robert Wilson, another really fast rider in real life. Just obtained his pro card, actually, so congrats, Monty. August Sanders, 17th, Depth Graphics KTM, not riding Tickles Money. Luke Heberlein, Split Fire, just lost a spot to Reed Young, who's now 17th. Oh, 18th. Sorry. Reed Young is 18th. I'm not 100% sure what team Reed Young rides for. Don't know what team this is. Can't get a close enough look to tell you. Heberlein now 19th for Splitfire. And Brandon Berg rounds out your top 20. Looks like he is going a lap down from Tyson Fresquez, who runs in second. So the Twist Motor rider Brandon Berg. A lap down. These guys also a lap down from Mullins. I think Mullins is just ahead of Wilson here. I'll have to give a quick glimpse. I think he's taking off on the uphill triple right now. Let's see if I can see him going the other way. Trying to get a visual. Maybe we can just go up here and see where he is. Yeah, he was down on the backside of the uphill triple. Oh, Fresquez sliding into your living room. That was an interesting moment. Nice save. Got back on the track as best as he could, although I think he missed the one timing gate that was there, so might end up with some cuts from that. Still holds down the second place ride. Root just went down. He was in third, will retain third as Carlin comes down the hill in fourth. Vanderlei is now in P5, so we've lost Ryan Mahan back to sixth. Hinner's coming up the hill behind him. And Alfrey. Not a whole lot of battling going on, so these guys are all pretty spread out. Let's see if I can't find a battle. Well, meanwhile, Devin Davis is running in 10th. Shipley not too far behind him, so this could be the position into the top 10 Jeremy Shipley was looking for. Jake Anator asking if I could check the comments on my last track walk. Yeah, I'll do that after the second moto stream tonight. I always check the YouTube channel maybe 5 or so times a day if I can. Try to update on comments as best as I can as well. Yeah, looks like Shipley is reeling in Davis just a bit. Well, looks like Alfrey might be getting caught here a little bit by Tyler Crane. Alfrey just went off the track too. Rejoined nicely, but might end up with some cuts from that. These guys are all still pretty spread out. Mullins made this one hell of a boring race. I'm sure from his point he's loving every minute of it. I'm definitely not reading comments about that or whatever you guys are talking about. I'm just seeing if I see my name in there and someone's asking a legit question, I'll usually try to respond to it. Mullins is going to just beat the timer. Well, not just, but by about 40 seconds. 29:23 is the timer right now. Mullins is over the line now. So 3 laps to go. Fresca is still second. Root back here in third. Carlin fourth. Vanderlei fifth. Mahan sixth. Hinner's in the 7th spot. Alfrey 8th. Tyler Crane 9th. Shipley just moved into the top 10, so there we go. 10th place for your fastest qualifier. Jeremy Shipley from way back just got by DX3 ride of Devin Davis. That's really no close battles going on right now. Oh, we just had... Is that Jay and Stanley flipping? Yeah. Where is Jay anyway? Jay is 32nd, 2 laps down. And look at all the people right here. We've got Heberlein, Stanley, Ohlert, Getting almost taken off the track by somebody. Couldn't quite see who that was. Reed Young. Oh my goodness. It's like a trillion people taking off on this step up right now. They've got Tyson right behind him. Yeah, there's Tyson to the inside. Oh, Tyson just ruined whoever that was. Poor old Reed Young sitting duck. Ullert front flips, lands it, style points. Fresquez, nice little sneaker on the outside. So that was a close call for Tyson Fresquez. Heberlein still under some pressure here from Stanley. O'Hagan's gotten away from them. He's 13th. Awood. Oh, Shipley's lost the spot back to Devin Davis, so I guess I should have stuck with this battle because it's still pretty good. Davis actually just got by Tyler Crane, so Crane has fallen into this mix. So Davis just went down to the bottom of the hill. Totally missed that. Don't know what I was thinking. Shipley did not get by. Must have gone down with him. So Andrew Wood is now in the mix. Awood into 11th. Shipley is 12th. Still nothing doing up here. Gonna be white flag next time by for Mullins though. Vanderlee actually has Carlin in his sights. That could be a position change near the end. Alfrey down. Nobody is anywhere near him though, so that's okay. So Davis, Awood, and Shipley all having a nice little battle here. So through the line, these guys not yet getting the white flag. So when will that go out? I'm not sure. Oh, Alfrey down again, so now Crane really going to capitalize on it. All these guys might. Alfrey just getting up. Nope. Clay's too far away. Davis, Shipley, and Awood. Shipley inside move maybe? Get the power down. Oh, puts Davis on the deck. Shipley taking no prisoners. He wants that top 10 spot. Poor old Devin Davis going to lose 2 spots in the process of that. So here's Vanderlee and Mahan. So Carlin has since gotten away and is on the back of Hunter Root. So white flag in the air for your race leader, Jesse Mullins. We have a battle for third, perhaps. Carlin right there now. Let's go on board with motorsport.com ride. Right by the mechanics area. Good line for Carlin. Smooth. So white flag, he knows now. It's his last opportunity to go get Hunter. Oh, nose heavy. Whew. You're scaring me, race. Oh, good drive around the outside. What is Hunter doing? Just let him have it, kind of. All right, now Hunter's going to have to fight back. Maybe he wasn't expecting him to be there. Interesting. All right, so Hunter going to have to go after it again. Now P4. Good drive down the outside of the hill. Good drive to the right side, maybe. No, Carlin gets the power down. Here we go, up the rollers. Oh, good inside line for Root. Oh, did he park him? He did. Carlin got held up by the lapper that was down, so Root back into the third spot. Meanwhile, Mullins apparently is just going to hang on. Fresquez got very close at the end, but it is the number 10 Turn Bar Racing rider, Jesse Mullins. He's going to win Moto 1 here at Hangtown. And you can see Fresquez, he must have just slid out because he was a lot closer there for a sec, but still going to pick up a second, 10 seconds exactly down. Ran a faster lap than Mullins. We'll have to see what route ran. Carlin, Vanderlee, Mahan. So Hinders could still get Mahan. Crane is 8th. Shipley into 9th. Wood 10th. Davis, Alfrey. Heberline's just finished. He is a lap down in 13th. So wait patiently for Root and Carlin to bring it home. All right, here's Hunter Root. He's going to pick up a 3rd in Moto 1. Carlin a 4th. Vanderlee looks like he's surviving some chaos. Fortunately, he has an enormous gap on Ryan Mahan. So Vanderlee, Canadian rider for motorsport.com, rounds out the top 5. Mahan, amidst a dispute with a lapped rider. Oh, I thought the lapper was going to take him out. That would have been shitty. Mahan still kind of fighting with him. Hinders is lurking back there. Final corner, Ryan Mahan's going to pick up a 6th in moto number 1. Hinders, good ride going early, ends up 7th. Tyler Crane, 8th. Shipley, 9th. So Shipley, charge. It's good points for Shipley. Crane, 8th. And yeah, Shipley going to round out in 9th. Looks like it was just going to be Devin Davis to the line for 10th. Awood in 10th. Davis 11th. Alfrey 12th. So I'm not sure who we're still waiting on for cuts. Jesse Mullins is your Moto number 1 winner. There he is sitting over there. Zoom in on him a little bit. Turn Bar Racing's Jesse Mullins. Whoops. Sorry, folks, just reading through my text. All right, cuts. Not affecting the top 10 at all. In fact, I'm going to do this. Not affecting the top 20. Top 30. Yeah, so it looks like only Jay lost a spot on cuts, and his cuts are so far down, they're off the screen, so... That's Moto number 1. Looks like we're going to have a break again. Waiting to see in chat. Not seeing anything from Wheels. Seeing some rage from Devin Davis. Doot 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 doot. Everybody's leaving. Why you guys leave? We still has 1 moto to go. I don't think this is the moto yet. I think this is maybe it is the moto. Nope, just cheeky little 4-lap something. Oh. Let's take a look around the cameras at this track. Ooh, there's 2, 3, 4. Yes, very nice, very nice. Hangtown, very nice track. There's 5, 6, whoops. 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, that didn't work. Just put me back to 0. I guess I can only go to 9. What are we doing here? Alright, well, there's chat still going. I don't know what's going on here. There we go. Look, let's watch the start. Let's watch from camera 3. Let's watch the start of this little whatever this is. Way up here. Isn't this just lovely? So again, if you're watching this on YouTube later, I'd skip ahead maybe 5 minutes. And 450 Moto 2 will have already started by then. So have fun in the future. Sit here and be patient. Do that for Moto 2, Shaq says. Alright. I'm not gonna... Yeah, I guess I could do that for Moto 2. That'd be cool. Alright. We're a minute into this. So, probably about a couple minutes left before the race starts. I'm not drunk. If I was, you guys would know. I'm way more hyper and giddy and weird when I'm drunk. Just ask. Oh, let's see. Who in Sim have I been drunk with before? I've been drunk with Mike Owen. I've been drunk with Nate Zaworski. I've been drunk with Daniel Markham, Todd Gutierrez, Zach Dupuis, Jay Andrew. Been drunk with him. Let's see. Callie Midbeck. I don't know if you guys know that guy. I don't know if you could say I was drunk, but I drank with Cody Darr and Chris Riesenberg and Mark Zeidler. And soon I'll be drunk with Shaq. Very nice. That should be fun. Excited for you to come out here, Shaq. Love to show you around San Diego. Oh, and I've been drunk with A-Wood too. Can't forget the A-Wood. Alright, so we should get the 30-second countdown in just a little bit. First week of June, Shaq? That's cool. I don't think I'll be anywhere. Hannah might be, my girlfriend Hannah might be in England. Study abroad program, so I'd be all alone. Shit, that'd be perfect because I'd have nothing to do. Alright, and the second 30-second countdown. Bum ba dum bum bum. There we go. Moto 2 in 30 seconds. Alright, cool, Shaq. I expect to hear from you, sir. Alright. Are you ready? I know I'm ready. Moto 2. Gonna be a good one. Final moto of the night from Hangtown. We're almost through round 1 here. Take you guys up to the top of the hill and show you guys the race start. Any second now, wheels will post. There it is. Next race, 450 Supercross Moto 2. It's actually 450 Motocross Moto 2. Third person camera for track walk? Yeah, might do it. I've done live track walks before. So, don't see why not. Look, here we are, top of the hill. This should be pretty interesting to watch. Let's scroll down just a bit. Look, you can see JLV just kind of sitting right there. A little tree right in the middle of the screen up to your left. That's JLV, if anybody didn't know that. That is the game creator. And he's going to do us a nice little flavor and turn that 30 board sideways. walk his way off the track, and we'll be underway. So we're waiting for Chris here. Chris Riesenberg 448. Not sure what's going on with him. Must be having some sweet internet problems. Either that or he has timed out. We'll see what's going to happen. All right, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. Look at everybody jump the gate. I knew that was going to happen. Everybody jumped the gate. No, not everybody. There goes 7, 8, 9 stragglers. Everybody else hung up on the gate down there. That's pretty hilarious. And there everybody goes. They back up and start rolling. All right, let's see. Red flag was posted 8 times, and then green flag. Yeah, we're gonna have a restart. There's no way. Half the field. 75% of the field jumped the gate, so definitely gonna have a restart there. People doing under flips and shit by the camera. That's pretty good. All right, is this the real moto? Looks like it. All right, final time we are racing this puppy tonight. I need to move. There we go. All right, let's pick someone who being on board with after the start wouldn't be a bad idea. Well, Tyson hole shot the first moto. I should look at him, shouldn't I? Hey, it's me. Where is Tyson? There he is. All right. So we got this cool view at the top of the hill. Should just be able to do a quick swing, and then swing, and then swing it over here. All right. Are we waiting on Chris again? What's going on? Ooh, yeah. This is the real race, boys. This is the real race, boys. Yeah. Apparently this is the real race. So here we go. 450 Moto 2 is set to go. They are on the line. JLV is getting himself out of the way. It is time to go racing once again in Hangtown. Oh, looks like a KTM might have got a good start this time. Tyson's definitely up there in second. Not sure who the KTM ride is. Here they go. Let's latch on to Tyson here in second. And it's Andrew O'Hagan who comes out with the hole shot. So O'Hagan takes the early lead as Fresquez comes out second, Carlin third, Berg fourth, and Root in the top 5, but he goes down. That is a disaster for Hunter Root. A great start, and it all comes unfolded. Look at how many people are going around him. Oh, feel for him. Let's see who else is up in this mix.
Buddy joined your channel.
Hey, Checkers, what happened?
I virtual memoried twice, and I told Wheels just to run it instead of red flagging it again.
Oh, bummer, man.
Well, I had a lot of fun in Moto 1.
Yeah, where'd you end up?
23rd, but that's really good for me.
Yeah, that is actually really good.
O'Hagan was leading this thing.
I know, and then he just cased the double on the way up the hill. Fresquez stole that lead away from him. Carlin into second.
Carlin running the triple digit on his jersey with a 2-digit bite. Or actually on the game, anyways.
Right.
Matt James up in the 4 spot. He was 18th, I believe, in Moto 1. Brady, Clay, Awood.
Get a little mid-race stream style check over this. Not too many people getting sideways on the triple on lap 1. Oh, Reed Young.
You should have got a style check on Strelo on that little tabletop after it. He just bonered it hard. Chasing Stephen Barrington around in the 11-12 spot.
Oh, Dom Saulnier throws it nice. That's cool. All right, trying to get back up to the front. Still Fresquez leading, Carlin second.
O'Hagan's solid right now. He's losing some time to these guys, but see what he can do with a good start. See how far he can stay up here in the front.
I'm curious where Shipley is. Shipley had a really good charge through the pack, and right now,
He's buried, it appears, somewhere.
yeah, another
He
bad
is all
start.
the way 36th.
Oh, charge from pretty far back to 9th in the first moto. So
Holy cow, O'Hagan's in the lead, Stanley into second, Mullins third, Fresquez is fourth, and Carlin's fifth now, so those two must have got together.
O'Hagan a good size lead too. Stanley, Mr. 13th all the damn first moto. Never left 13th, it seemed like. Now in second. Mullins in third. That's dangerous for the rest of the field, although Fresquez and Carlin are both right there.
Shaping up to be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, O'Hagan slides out a little bit. Gonna allow Stanley by, I think. Yep, he's gonna get back on in front of him. Still.
It's tight here, though. Top
he's
five.
off the track again, though. The wheels are coming off for O'Hagan.
Jesse gets by. Tyson does not. Oh, Stanley with the boner air in the lead.
Hunter Root is in the 8th spot to update you on that one.
Got a 5 train at the front, and this is awesome. Here goes Mullins for the lead, maybe. Stanley gonna shut the door.
Trying
Oh!
to pass Stanley on the outside.
It caused everybody to roll the double. And O'Hagan.
Oh, O'Hagan off the track.
Yep.
It's actually funny how during the 250 broadcast I was telling you how it's kind of one line, but after racing the track, it actually raced really, really well, I thought.
Yeah, it looked like people were able to kind of develop places to pass, not necessarily like there was multiple lines, but when they needed to, they took those other lines to make passes.
Well, the other thing is there's the fast line around the track, but it's also pretty sketchy at times. And
Right.
then there's the little bit slower but more consistent line where you're not necessarily turning across the bumps as we got a pass for the lead.
Yeah, there goes Mullins. That was a nice move to the inside. Mullins means business. I like it. I like to see a fired up Mullins right now.
Yeah, he was actually back to his lots of laps ways this week. He was pounding the laps in.
That's what I like to see, though. Jesse needs to get a fire under his ass and race the whole season like this.
Oh, Tyson into the bales. He
Oh.
saves it. Causes Carlin to have to roll the double, though, too.
O'Hagan's dropped back. Tyler Crane is now all over him. All eyes on this battle up front, though. Kind of got 2 packs going on now. Stanley's still right behind Mullins, and then Fresquez and Carlin locked together, and then O'Hagan has T-Crane stuck behind him now.
How's Stanley normally outdoors? I know he's really fast in Supercross. Is he normally a pretty solid outdoor guy as well?
Pretty good. I don't think in the 250 class that he ever won a race, but I do believe he podiumed. I have not seen him on a 450 outdoors. At first moto, though, I mean, he was glued to 13th. Every time I looked at him, he was in 13th, so.
Top 4 starting to spread out a little bit. Carlin and Tyson seem to be glued together this whole moto.
Right. Yeah, I think Tyson and Carlin need to get going now to try to stick with Jesse, or else he's just going to check out.
Yeah, Brady trying to keep him in check. He's about a second and a half behind, so not far. Mullins, though, a 2:03 last time around, while Stanley was at a 2:05. Tyson at 2:07, and so was Race Car. So Mullins trying to lay it down and check out a little bit out front.
Yeah, Mullins has looked so good here. He's that first moto, I mean, he was flawless until near the
He
end.
is flowing these turns right now. He's got that TBR JTM dialed in right now as he goes down the downhill.
JTM, I like it. I'll tell you what, with that TBR look though, it maybe just to me looks very much like a Husky. When it's coming at you, it looks
well, the black and white,
right.
Some blue in it, I believe, and a little yellow. But great looking bikes. Like I said, this is my favorite bikes, I think, of the Nationals thus far.
Yeah, they look really good.
Mullins making it look really good out front, keeping it clean as he goes up over the triple. Stanley all by himself in second right now, and Carlin and Tyson still kind of glued together. Tyson maybe getting a little bit of separation and closing a little bit on Stanley, it looks like.
Hunter's caught up to the back of Crane and O'Hagan, so he's trying to get himself up into the top 5 from an early crash.
Still in 5th.
Yeah.
Great job so far for him. I know it's early in the race, but it's not easy to run up front with these guys.
Well, O'Hagan, I believe, finished 14th or so in that. Oh, Crane just went down. And as I was saying, O'Hagan ended up 14th. He was up front early as well. So we'll see if he fades as bad this time.
Root just got really close to SpongeBob on that stuff. He was laid over. I thought he was going to clip his head on it, and he didn't even flinch. He was laid into the turn. Oh, O'Hagan with the mistake. Root going to dive inside.
Got him.
Got it. Robert Wilson with a solid ride. He actually only had a 2:11 lap time in Moto 1. Still was, I want to say he was in 16th or something like that with it.
Yeah, definitely points.
Maybe even further up than that with a not really fast lap, but just must have been super consistent. He's running in the 8th spot now. Barrington up in 9th. Alfred was in 10th. Oh, he misses the bail barely. Mullins checking out. Oh, he's got a rider down on the downhill.
Oh, Stanley nearly lost the front wheel at the top of the hill. He would have taken Tyson and Carlin with them both because they were just
Tyson's
stacked there.
On him now. Tyson all over Stanley like flies on a trash can as they go up the hill, ready to drop back down. Race Carlin right there waiting for an opening if these two get together, hopefully not collecting himself. Carlin threw down a 2:03 last time around, as did Tyson. A 2:05 for Stanley, so these guys definitely going to either push Stanley or go right around him.
Tyson, oh no way. No.
Did he stay on the bike? No. And Carlin goes around Stanley, but Stanley going to try to come back inside.
Carlin locks down the spot. I saw Tyson. He went off the track at the base of the takeoff of the triple, and I was just
barely missed the pole. So Tyson's back going in 4th. He has Hunter Root all over him. Root going to dive around. These guys are going to probably look to freight train together to the front of the field.
Yeah, I'm sure they're talking to each other right now, actually, so. Better not to pass, I'm sure, is what they're saying.
O'Hagan's sitting in 6, Crane 7, Wilson 8. Barrington was down in 9th. Let's see where that shapes things up. So Wilson sits 8th, Alfred 9th now, James 10th. Mike Strelo up in the 11th spot. So after a high 20s finish in Moto 1 for him, he was looking for some points in Moto number 2. Andrew Woods 12th, Barrington back 13th, Sanders 14th. Then Henners, Fowler, Vanderlei, the Grave Digger. Shipley is up to 19th, so he is charging through the pack once again. Josh Betts in the points right now, running in the number 20 spot.
Yeah, Shipley will get the award from this race for most passes, I'm pretty sure. He has come from the back, both motos, and we're still pretty early here, and he's already into points, so. Unbelievable. Fastest qualifier, 2 of the worst starts. Man, I can't believe how solid Jesse is. I know he's good. I know he is, but I just expected someone else to really shine through here.
Looks like he's got his bike dialed in on this track too.
Right.
It's settling in over these bumps and whatnot, and his lines are super precise. He's only got a 9-second lead. Race car's pretty fast, but Jesse looks like he's in control of this thing right now. Stanley solid in third. Tyson still has Root behind him. Has actually pulled a little bit on him. O'Hagan throwing her down over the triple. Looking for the action on the track right now.
Well, where's Dar?
Oh, he's probably Jaeger bombing himself back to about 38.
That's where the action's got to be. Come
Oh,
on.
Dar's up in the 32 spot. That's a good ride going for Cody Dar.
Jaeger. He's running the 106 tonight, huh?
Yeah, I think he screwed his sign up with his number or something. Everything's pretty spread out right now.
Yeah, very early kind of spread out. We're not even halfway.
T-Crane jumps off the track a little bit. Guess the spot to watch might be the 8, 9, 10 battle that's going on. Matt James, Robert Wilson, and Clay Alfrey. They've been kind of together here, and they're not too far apart. Here comes Wilson.
Inside. Alfrey left the door wide open, but Wilson didn't really take advantage of it. Oh, James. A lot of shape on the landing, goes down, and then Alfrey lost it at the bottom of the hill, and now Wilson's all over the place. Strelo, Sanders, and Hinters locked together with Barrington right there.
Let's watch this for a little bit. Ooh, Hinters going to try that outside. I like it.
Whoa!
Oh, he could have hooked that berm a little better. I think he had that pass made. He's going to make that outside work.
I think Hinters is the only person here all week that goes outside and then outside in the next corner. Things have come a little stagnant between them.
Ooh,
Carlin.
I like Jack Fowler's gear he's rocking right now. The Troy Lee stuff on the KTM looking good.
Yeah, it does look very nice.
Ooh, Hinters is actually on the ground. He drops all the way back to 18.
Hunter Root and Carlin are amidst a little battle here, and Fresquez right in front of Hunter still, so they both just
Carlin
sent
must
him
went
backwards.
down.
Yeah.
Root and Fresquez running some 202s some point here, so they show them to have the speed. But not the track position of Mullins.
Yeah, they have to go get Brady now. Mullins, meanwhile, pretty checked out at this point already. About a 15-second lead on Stanley.
They made a book about Jesse Mullins. It's called Gone with the Wind. Couple lappers with in the middle of this second, third, fourth battle. Tough early in the race. These guys trying to do everything they can to make up some time and salvage their race, but the leaders are coming through.
Ooh, Hunter even tried maybe showing Tyson a little wheel there on the inside. Brady's being caught. I think that's fair enough to say. 18 seconds down on Mullins.
Oh, Lapper gets sketchy and the inside bounces off the track. Thankfully for these guys, are all three going to get through? They do.
And now Tyson and Root are both right there. Oof.
They definitely have the speed. If you look at the lap times, they go down the hill, crossing it up. Tyson's going to have the inside the next turn. Slides it out. Luckily, Root didn't follow him into the turn.
Brady almost slid out himself, and now Root's going to get two spots maybe? Wow. Move by Hunter to get in there, get two spots out of it, and move into second.
I think it'd probably be fair and safe to say nobody wants to win this title more than Hunter Root in these races.
Yeah, like Dennis, a lot of tenacity. Now Fresquez gonna try to go to work on Stanley maybe. Closed up a little bit. Looks like Root might be gapping just a smidge.
Bad news for Root is he is 20 seconds behind Jesse Mullins already. Mullins lapping Barrington, so Barrington, who was up near that top 10 early, must have had the wheels come off a little bit. Not having the wheels come off, my buddy Strelo, he's up in the 8th spot.
Wow. Tyson, here we go. Inside move on Stanley. Got the drive. He's going to get it. Nope, blows the rut. Somehow stays up.
Update on Shipley up to the 13 spot.
Oh, Hagen's still running very solid right now. Not falter to the pressure from Tyler Crane.
Tyson all over Stanley again. Let's see if he can make it happen without sliding out this time.
He wants to stay with Hunter. He's got to do it quickly because Hunter's definitely going away a little
Tyson
bit.
into the spot. Gonna allow Carlin by? No, he jumps back on the track. Kind of sketchy in front of him.
Yeah. Didn't gain time, but I don't know if that's necessarily right. I think Carlin should have that spot.
Illegal or anything. I mean, timing gates will take care of it if you missed any. It wasn't as close as I initially thought it was going to be because I knew Carlin was right behind him, but he didn't cut him off bad. So, inside goes Tyson.
Yeah, I saw
Stanley. You're going to beat Tyson in a flat turn. I don't think anyone in the game still will.
Very true.
I saw that inside in the wheel, and he's got it.
Stanley clipped a tough block in the mechanics area, almost went over the bars coming into the braking bumps.
Carlin. Do what race car can do. With all the pressure Stanley's having, he's just being real solid. He's not doing anything erratic or anything.
Wow, Carlin around the outside at the top of the hill gets it done.
Like Brady let him go by.
Right.
At least wasn't going to push for it. You're just letting the race develop around him. I mean, earlier he was sitting third, and Tyson and I'm taking sure I was at Hunter.
Oh yeah, Hunter just went down.
Back to 5th. If it wasn't for Mullins 23 seconds out front, we'd have a great battle for the lead.
No kidding. Whoa, and then Stanley was down and Root somehow just bounced off of him.
Give it another shout out. Andrew Hagen's still up in the number 6 spot. He's got Crane right behind him still.
Yep. These two just kind of together.
8th and Strela 9th, and Andrew Wood up in the top 10 with August Sanders all over him. This ought to be interesting. You know, those two love each other.
Yeah, and there's Shipley again, already knocking on the door for another top 10 from way back.
I'm going to keep an eye on this 10-11 spot.
Same.
I have a feeling that somebody's going to hit the ground, and there will be a protest filed, guaranteed.
There's just two guys that end up on the butt end of a protest quite often, huh?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Shipley gets tangled up there.
Yeah, you don't need to take that corner, Shipley. That's all right.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He had a rider down in front of him. Back in the action. Inners, who was having problems earlier, he's back up into 13th. He's got his wheels back on his bike. Put some air back in the tires. The Bomber, Jordan Vanderlee, running in the 14th spot. Devin Davis raging himself to a 15th right now.
Yeah, Davis had some stern words for Jeremy Shipley after that first moto. I don't know if you saw that.
No, didn't see it. The Gravedigger, he's climbing up the hill, about to go a lap down in the 17th spot. Mahan in 18th, Fowler 19th, and Matt James rounds out your top 20 right now. Twist Motorbike's looking pretty good with the red, white, and blue color scheme going on.
Yeah. Yeah, Berg looks really good.
Not really into their gear so much, but their bike's looking sweet. Tyson's down.
Yeah, I just caught it, top of the hill.
Hunter Root. Stanley might get there as well. Not quite. All these mistakes from these guys, no mistakes out front for Mullins. He's 30 seconds out, just out for a Sunday cruise. He's coming up on a lapper here, just getting going.
That's Hinters right in front of him. Lets him go.
Root second. He's got a decent gap on Tyson, who's got Brady all over his back tire. Nice boner error by Stanley. I'm not sure what he was doing there.
I think he tries to. I know that a couple races that he was leading in Supercross, he was just doing boner errors on purpose.
Carlin lost touch with these guys. Must have made another mistake. Crane has made his way around to Hagen, who's getting up from a crash. Alfrey all by himself. Woods into 9th now. Shipley up into the top 10 with Strehler right behind him. So quite the charge from Shipley.
Oh, Strelo just blew it. Gonna lose at least a spot to Sanders.
Sanders coming by. Here comes the bomber, Vanderlei.
I don't think August could have made that look any tougher to get around Strelo, who's on the ground.
This is Strehler's first outdoor RF race, actually.
Yeah, I'm pumped. He's looking really good.
So he ran some fast times qualifying, and that's pretty funny. We were talking during Moto 1, and he was a couple spots behind in a little ways, so every time I was making passes through the pack, he was making the same ones a couple laps later, and
oh!
just had some bad early laps. Things kind of falling apart for him right now, so let's quit talking about him. Maybe he'll get back up near that top 10.
Oh, Stanley
doesn't even look like he's pushing it right now.
Yeah, I know. It just looks so damn smooth. That's what like. Mullins has always looked really fast to me too. Now he just looks really solidly smooth. But Stanley got by Tyson, which is what I was about to say.
Root's in a sea of lappers right now.
D Mills right there looks like. Berg. Oh, contact.
Carlin's caught back up to Fresca's.
So we're coming 5 minutes plus 2 laps to go here. Just about wrapping this thing up.
36th to 9th for Shipley so far. I don't think he's going to get much further without some help from Alfrey. Got an 18-second gap to make up.
Alfrey threw the anchor out late in that first moto. He was running 9th or 8th, I believe. Ended up in 12th, so could happen again. Either way, great ride for Shipley. Like I said, gonna get the award from this race for passing the most riders, but I'm sure to him that means nothing but 2 9ths.
Stanley's been a little off the pace of both Tyson and Race Carlin this whole race, but yet he's still in front of both of them.
Well, that's what you were saying earlier, kind of just letting Carlin go, maybe letting the race come to him. Just doing his best to stay on 2 wheels while those guys make all the mistakes.
For sure. Strategy seems to be working. Alright, I found a battle on the track. 11th and 12th. The Bomber and the Colonel.
I like it. I like the name The Bomber, too. Oh.
Better let him by, or Vanderlei might just blow up every Whataburger in Texas.
Oh, I thought Vanderlei was just going to go in for the kill there. I think he was going to dive across the inside. Oh.
He's got the grenade out. Is he going to pull the pin?
He's definitely launching into some of these corners.
He's looking inside here. Here he goes. Checks it up. Can't come into those braking moves too hard. No. It's a little sketchy. Oh, they're going to just jump over. I don't know who that was, but that was pretty sweet.
And Vanderlei really drives it in deep and then doesn't get a good drive out of the corners, but here we go.
Cross jump Carl action. Sanders definitely happy to be back on the 450. Getting his pro
Whoa.
license back. Nice move by
Yeah,
Vanderleek.
really good move. No disrespect to Sanders, but I expect Vanderleek to kind of get away pretty quickly here.
Yeah, Sanders made a little mistake going up the hill. And he's gone.
Oh,
move
Carlin.
was slicker than ice skating rink, and he moves on by.
Brady
Ooh,
must have made a
Shipley was
mistake.
recovering from a mistake there. Where is he at? He's back to 11th now, so.
Oh, no, not good for Shipley, but Brady under attack from Carlin to slip back to 4th. Carlin's 5th. And our solid guy, Andrew O'Hagan, was 6th. He is on the ground. He's going to get up right with Tyler Crane going by. And once again,
Tyson with the fastest lap on the track right now at 2020.
once again, Carlin made it look pretty easy at the top of the hill there on Stanley getting the move done.
Well, Stanley has nothing to lose, really. He's got 35-second lead on Tyler Crane in 6th. We're late in the race, so he can push forward at this point.
Right.
Or he can try to wait for these guys to make mistakes like they've been doing the whole race and capitalize on them that way. Maybe too little too late right now for Tyson. He looks like he's found his flow around this track, though.
Yeah, not anywhere near his teammate Hunter, though.
Almost landed on, I think that was Turley. Look at that scrub! Oh my gosh. I love watching Tyson when he's on, you can just tell.
Yeah. One of the best, probably most naturally talented riders in the game, I would say.
Mullins puts an air lap down. He did beat the 30-minute mark.
I'll tell you what, Mullins did have a good lead, and he still does, but Rude has really made a point to close it down a little bit here.
Yeah, it's hard saying how hard Mullins is pushing with that big lead. But Rude's definitely putting some solid 2-2s consistently together. I think Tyson actually made a mistake there after I quit watching him. Yeah, he ran a 2:04 that lap. And I'm talking like 2:04s with these guys like it was a slow lap, which is ridiculously fast. Although these guys not even getting close to the 159s they ran in qualifying.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering how lap times would turn out on this track, and seeing guys underneath the 2-minute mark, I'm like, kind of mind blown by that, but you can see race pace slowed down a little bit.
Well, while we're spread out, let's do our top 20 rundown. Jesse Mullins is only 13 seconds out front at this point. Granted, we are late in the race. Hunter Root still laying down a charge right now. Looks like he's on a heater. The 2 spot. Fresca sits 3rd. Carlin solid in 4th now. He's got a decent gap over Stanley, who sits 5th. Tyler Crane in 6th. O'Hagan still in the top 10, running in the 7 spot, making good on that good start, putting in a great ride. Playoff in 8th, Awood 9th. Shipley climbs his way back to 10th now. He was up in 9th at one point, remember. The Bombers in 11th, Colonel in 12th. Devin Davis was up to 13th. He's on the ground, loses a spot to Matt James, who's up to the 13 spot. Davis back going in 14th. Strelo still running up in the top 15. Jack Fowler, Robert Wilson, Luke Heberline, Owen Hillman, and Jeremy Henners running in the 20 spot with Daniel Mills right behind him, battling for that last points paying position.
Rough second moto here for Henners.
And Fowler were down together. They're back going. Well, one of them is, and Fowler's collecting. Oh, almost collects Carlin in that mess.
Yeah, Henners almost took 3 spots from that, just creeping by the inside there. These guys are all locked together.
He's got the Gravedigger about to monster truck over him from the inside.
Oh, wow. That was some pretty serious contact without a rider going down right there.
I'm trying to figure out who that rider was.
Like Owen Hillman, I think.
Oh, righty. Root ran a 201.5. So he's throwing some heaters down. I don't think it's going to be enough to catch Mullins.
Yeah. I think at this
But
point
it will
he's
be
just
enough to keep him in front of Tyson. And
trying to keep the pressure on Mullins is my guess. Is if he does make that mistake, it'll be
Carlin is in a
close.
huge pileup right now, and he's going to get passed by Stanley. 2 riders down on top of Carlin. Carlin probably freaking out a little bit right now. Now he's about to get cleaned out by Berg, who's a lap down.
Must be some fun times, huh? Oh, Tyson was down.
Stanley, not. Okay, yeah, he is a long ways back from Tyson, actually. 30 seconds. Oh, man, this thing is spread out.
Yeah, we should be getting the white flag right here as Mullins comes by the mechanics area. And there it is, white flag. So final lap here at Hangtown.
12-second lead. If he can stay out of trouble, he should have this one wrapped up. But quite the effort from Root to try to close the gap at least. Maybe show that, you know, he is the faster guy when he did it with the lap time anyways.
Yeah, take some confidence with him into Glen Helen at least. Know that in a situation where they're together, he could straight up beat him with time.
And some solid points. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, things are a little spread out. O'Hagan did not fade this moto. That is really good to see.
Oh, Shipley was back to ninth, but guess what? He's on the ground again. Going to give Awood the spot back yet again, and here comes the bomber down the hill. Not going to lose the spot to him, but he's got him right behind him.
Wow, look at this. Mullins is trying to lap up into the top 10. Yeah, things are a little spread out, that's for sure. Gap between Mullins and Root back out to 19 seconds, so Mullins just trying to bring this thing home now.
Oh, Mullins does go down, sort of.
Interesting. Can't say enough about Mullins, though. What a great ride all day from him. Gonna pick up 2 moto wins and the points lead heading to Glen Helen.
I think that little spin out there might have been the only time he made a mistake or slide out where it crashed this whole race.
No kidding, he has just been on it. So here it is.
For quite a series. Mullins coming around to take the win.
Yep, through the mechanics area one more time, and it's going to be a double moto win for Jesse Mullins.
Yeah, he's going to fall off real quick. Hopefully the lapper doesn't pile on top of him or something.
Yeah, just barely. Yeah, a little tip over at the end, but double moto wins for Jesse Mullins. Root's going to come through for a second.
Solid moto scores, though, for Mullins and Root both. Fresca is also looking at solid moto scores, bringing some good points, as is Race Carlin. So all 4 of these guys solid in points going into round number 2. I'm trying to find the last lap battle on the track, and it looks like the 8-9 spot is where it's at. Andrew Wood trying to close her down on Claire Alfred.
A couple good motos from A Wood, and he's got a beautiful drive up the hill here. Oh, so close to the rear of Alfred.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked to have a battle going on right now here.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one to the line.
They're trying to lay the wood to Alfred. Running out of real estate here, though. Got to make something happen. Oh, mistake by Alfred drifting out of that rut.
Here goes A-Wood. Got the line. Alfred's going to get the line on him, though. Oh!
Clipped that jump, otherwise he might have had it, and the lapper helps him to the ground to give A-Wood the spot.
So Fresquez comes through in 3rd, Stanley with a 4th, Carlin in 5th, T. Crane in 6th, Andrew O'Hagan holds on for the 7th spot, and Andrew Wood solid in 8th. Alfred has Shipley all over the back door of him here, so coming to the line, close battle. Rider down. Yep. Oh, and Shipley loses it. Well, Vanderlee's way back here, so. So Shipley's going to get a 10th, 2 top 10s from way back for your fastest qualifier. Now Vanderlee's just screwing around.
Well, Vanderlee going to come 11th. August Sanders good right up in 12th. Devin Davis 13th. Strehler 14th. James Wilson, Fowler, Hillman, the grave digger. Daniel Mills gets a point in the 20th spot. Man, that kind of bums me out. I ran D Mills down in the moto number 1. Passed him and bam, and he scored a point.
Hey, you got to get that virtual memory figured out, man.
Dude, I have my graphics turned down. I run 125 frames, so it's not like I'm taxing the computer by any means. I don't know what's going on.
Do you run a lot of skins? Maybe try running less skins.
I do have a lot of skins on now. I just downloaded a bunch of crap. I was having no issues till the Moto 2 restart. I don't know if my computer's getting a little warm or what's going on, but
I don't know how Vanderlee rolled to the top of that jump and didn't cross the line. And there we go. Cuts are in. Nobody in the top 10 affected. All right. Well, that was a very interesting opening round of the Motorsport.com National Championship. And thanks for joining me on the stream, Chris. It was a good time.
yeah, I'm tired.
All right, well, we're going to call it a night for us here at Start Your Systems TV. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. Be sure to watch the replays on YouTube. And, yeah, so we'll see you next week for Glenn Helen. See you guys later.